Well, you know, I will only say this to you, Dimitri. Your audio totally sucks. I can barely tell what you're saying, not because you have a weak signal, but because you have totally crappy audio, dude. Get a real microphone and come back to it. Please, thank you.
Man, you're going to make me change the microphones now.
Don't do it, man. It's working just fine.
No, it's not. It sounds like shit. Well, okay, if you don't care if anybody can hear what you're saying, you sound like a muffled mud duck in a muffle factory.
How is it? Any better?
I'm sorry, muffler factory. Muffled mud duck in a muffler factory.
Hey, Greg, is this muffle?
Interesting. Say something.
Is a muffle or what?
And there is something there, a little bit, at about 600 hertz, I think, but I'm not sure what it is.
Okay, I'll change the microphone.
You got a problem with the highs muffler, dude. Mr. What's his name? Mud Duck? I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Manuel? I'm sorry, no. Dimitri. Now, the problem is you need highs above 800 hertz. You need highs all the way up to about 3 kilohertz. If you can do it, dude, give us your best.
You know, he had a boost at 600 hertz. Or maybe it was 400 hertz. It just sounded like, I don't know.
Well, put it on wideband. That's
Like,
what you need.
Yeah, like it was only modulating heavy in that one area or something.
Yeah. The thing is rolled off at about 800 hertz.
I don't know nothing about that stuff, so I'll be quiet. And you guys got the scopes, I don't.
Yeah, I'm just looking at a real-time analyzer on a, 2496. It's a really good thing, and it shows it just exactly what he's putting
Is
up.
this clear up anything?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh, man,
better.
you sound like that DJ from, this is the Radio Moscow, you imperialist pigs. We will destroy you. And this is from the Radio Moscow. Yeah, you sound like that now.
It was with a damn microphone then, huh?
That's better.
Yeah, it doesn't roll off the highs as much. It's a little bit better enunciation. Yeah, you sound like Boris, whatever his name was, Boris Morris.
Oh, man, I tell you, I find the right microphone now, huh?
Actually, his real name was Vladimir, and he was probably one of the greatest disc jockeys that ever lived. And from what I hear, he came to the United States. He was on a couple talk shows as a guest. Yeah, man, I don't know if you ever heard him when you were a kid, but his name was Vladimir. And he was like, from what I understand, they had him like a 10-foot room with nothing in there. It was like an echo chamber, and he had really lots of compression, and he would say, "You imperialists, we will destroy you." That was great.
Holy moly.
I remember this cartoon of a guy named Boris Badenov. Boris Badenov and his wife Natasha, and they were Soviet spies.
Well, this guy was a disc jockey for Radio Moscow. This was like in the 60s and the 70s.
I think he was playing off that Bullwinkle cartoon motif, dude.
Oh, he might have been. His name was Vladimir.
Back then, anybody that sounded like a Russian could get a job being a bad guy.
And now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Oh, Paul Harvey, he was the best, though.
Yeah.
Right enough eyes on my audio and
Now you know the rest of the story. Good day.
I liked Ronald Concrete. I mean, Mr. Concrete. What's your name?
Walter Cronkite.
Walter Concrete. Walter Concrete. And that's the word is concrete.
And Hunkley Brinkley, and Walter Cronkite.
Walter Concrete. Oh, that's a mafia guy buried in Hoover Dam.
Walter Cronkite, okay? It's very close to concrete, but it's not the same. Walter Cronkite. Oh, is that his name?
Yeah, how's this in Hoover Dam?
I flew over it once.
Concrete.
It's a lot of concrete. It's so much concrete, it took a long time to set. But you know what? I hope it never falls down because it'd be a shitload of problems. What a freaking tidal wave. I flew over it, dude, I took a picture of it, and I flew over it in Hoover Dam, yeah. And then you go down and you see all the salination in the river, in the lake below. What is that? There.
Lake Mead?
Yeah, Lake Mead. It looks like crap.
It's kind of about 15 feet below what it should be. 15? I think a lot more than 15 feet. Well, they said it was going to recover after the snow melt this year, so I added some back in. But it was a couple of years ago I was out there. It was about 15 feet low. So yeah, it's probably way, way lower than that. Yeah, I think what you're forgetting is a zero. 150 feet below. Really, I'm serious. About 150 feet. It's they said if it gets any lower, they won't be able to run the generators.
Wow.
Definitely add the zero and drop the decimal. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah. You look at it, you stand by it, and you see that white mark of that chalk or whatever is just, man, it's almost as big as a football field.
Yeah. Wow. That's impressive.
It's really not, and you wouldn't believe the measures that they're trying to do, the states and the governments and everything, about where they want to get other water and stuff like that. They're actually even looking at some of those crazy, even bizarre like crap that I used to talk about. It rains so much back east, let's bring it back to the west, or we got a lot of extra water up in the northwest, let's bring some of that water down to Vegas and farm in the southwest United States. So they're looking at all types of things because what they wanted to do in Las Vegas was take water up out of the central basin of the Great Basin underneath. That's all the great watershed of the Great Basin that's up there, like under Ely and under western Utah. And if they did that, it would drop the water level so low that would actually destroy anything that was really actually left there. So they're looking at some drastic measures right now because the water is down. In case of the
to do some tunnels into the ground and send stuff from Humboldt. We got a lot of extra water sometimes. I'll tell you that.
Raining down here in El Toro.
Sometime of the year.
All right. I saw all kinds of rains over there in California, moving to Nevada and stuff. I don't know. Send some rain down here.
Well, yeah. We've been very lucky this year, Dimitri. This has been a very strange year for rain. We have gotten a lot of rain that we really, truly needed. That is for sure. We've usually been...
Well, we don't have nothing down here, man. Everything going around to us.
We have a lot of rain here in Humboldt County, too. It's been very rainy here. It's still raining right now, too.
There's nothing over here.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Dimitri. We should send some your way if we could.
We need the rain. It's too dry. And a lot of fires.
A whole lot of them.
Yep. Oh, that's what you get when you get global warming.
K87 FMC, double DR, I forgot.
Oh, you're forgetting something else. It's called climate change.
No, it's exactly right, because it's not always warming. Some areas get colder and more humid, some get more rain, some get more drought. It's climate change. You're absolutely right, and it's probably a better way to describe it.
Nothing lasts forever.
Yeah, well, especially when you put so many greenhouse gases into the air.
Even without that.
Yeah, that's right. It was going that direction. So then you add to it the and that makes it worse. It's kind of like what do you call it, a constructive interference?
I think somebody wants to come in. 25, Mike.
Somebody from Africa play the drums.
Somebody's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing the bell.
Oh, Jesus, don't start singing again.
Hey, man, let him play. Don't let him in. I gotta put the ward, dude. Don't let him in. Don't let him in.
Used to sound like when I was choking the chicken.
Yeah, maybe you'll come in.
Open up. We have
Do me a favor. Open the door and let him in.
It's fine. Thank you very much.
Someone's knocking at the door.
Yeah. It sure is going to be nice to get to my new 2TH because I got so much noise here. I remember listening to everybody out there. I can hear everybody still, but they were so much better. But just the background noise here is nasty from the electrical stuff. What does it sound like? No. Ain't that bad. Hope not. No, mine's only an S9, but my noise blanker on my Yaesu FT950 dropped it to an S3, and it's just unreal.
But then don't complain.
Yeah, but it's garbled though. It doesn't sound natural. The voice is, it's just not exactly right. Yeah, you get that distortion factor in there, and it kind of changes the quality of the audio. Yeah.
Entex doesn't do that.
Oh. Well, Ferraris are better than Cadillacs too.
How long are you going to be staying there, Greg?
Not really. Well, yeah, after I get out of here, I won't need a 10-tack, but yeah, that's a Ferrari, I got what I got. I'm going to be here, it looks like about another 5 weeks at the maximum. And about 5 weeks, then I can get the green grass rolled out, over.
Yeah, Roger. You're going to have to... be patient 5 weeks, and then you're going to be all set.
Well, I'd piss on a spark plug if I thought it helped. Oh, thank you. That's okay. At least I got the slide in my living room. If I didn't have a slide, like if it was just a normal RV, I would have problems. But the slide gives me enough room that I can survive in it without being like in a box,
How you put that diaper now? You're going over about